Hi everyone, today we're going to have a look at how to help you get into the slot. Do you even know where the slot is, what the slot is on your golf downswing? If you don't, I'm going to explain it to you, and if you do, I'm going to give you a drill that will help you to get into that slot before you release the club to hit through impact. Let's go and have a look at another game-changing golf coaching tip. Hi everyone, and thanks once again for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. So with today's tip, we're going to have a look at where the slot is on your downswing. What that is, why it's important before you go into impact to get into that correct position. And what we're going to need for that is a couple of alignment poles, a piece of foam tubing, and your golf club. And we're going to put a little extension taped onto the back of the handle there to give you a bit more feedback as to whether you're getting into that correct position as you come in ready to hit that golf ball. I think it's really common for those of you who are improving and you know you want to try and hit from the inside, but you're having a little bit of difficulty finding the right movement to help you get there. So what we want to do, I've just put in here 2 alignment poles, and I've just got a piece of foam on the end. A swimming pool noodle would be great, pipe lagging, anything like that. And that's really just parallel to where the target line would be. Now, I've got a cut down alignment pole here taped to my club as well, but to start with I would do it with something a little bit longer, and when you go to use this, you're going to hold this at the back of the club just the way that I've got that taped on there. Okay, so what we want to do is, if you set up and take your address position here, and we want to be so there's not a great deal of gap, just a couple of inches between your hands and that piece of foam. And really that piece of foam, it's been set pretty similar to the angle that you would set the shaft of the club at. Now if you're someone who's getting that club stuck behind you, you'll swing up to the top, and then when you swing down to get the club onto the inside, you're making this kind of move with that club. So you can see what's happening to the extension of the shaft that I've got on here. It's not going to go back underneath that piece of foam. So if we did it with the longer alignment pole, you just have to set that up so that it's down your left hand side before you start. But this will help you to get the feel of this move. Okay, so if we make that backswing, you would make more of this movement as you're coming in. So you're either going to come in over the top of that foam, or you're going to come in underneath it, but you're going to try and flick the foam upwards. And that shows you that club head's just trapped too far behind you on the inside. And what will happen there is that you're either not rotating enough to get your body round before the arms are dropping down. So what we want to do here is get you to rotate your body back towards the target, so pressuring into that left foot, pelvis turning, but we want that club to and that extension of that club to slot back in underneath that piece of foam, so that we get more into this kind of position here as you're approaching the ball. So that'll help you find what's called the slot before you go to release that club into impact. So if we do that again, we're going to go up to the top, and then we're going to work on rotating the body left as the pressure goes left. But as you do that, that pole is going to go underneath the foam here, not this way. So basically we're just tracking the target line back, and we're ending up here for you to then release into that golf ball that way. So that'll really help you stay on plane much more on that downswing, and then you can work on the rotation in your body without that club head getting stuck too much on the inside. But you can see if you are stuck too much on the inside, you're making more of this kind of movement. So you may well be turning towards the target, but pressure's not moving out of the back foot enough. And then you end up in this kind of position here. So that club is going to ground too early when you bottom out there. Low point for the club will end up before you get to the ball. So you're going to have issues with hitting the golf ball a little bit heavy, so catching the ground first, or if you don't quite catch the ground, low point for the club head will have been reached on its swing arc, and then you're going back up so you could thin the ball. And from there as well, you'll have issues with blocking the ball out to the right, or if the hands get really overactive trying to recover that position, you could end up hitting a big hook. So getting the club, instead of in this position as you come back in, working on getting that body rotating round and getting that alignment pole back underneath the foam and getting it much more parallel to that foam, parallel and horizontal to the ground, will really help you learn how to get into that slot position. Once you've got used to doing that and you've got the feel of that, if you just go for a shorter version of that, that'll just give you a little bit of an indicator as you're swinging it more at a full speed. But just to start with, just introduce this quite gradually so you can just get that feeling of what to do. So from this position here, make that back swing. We're going to come turning the body this way, but making sure that we get that alignment pole extension for the shaft of the club driven back towards the target, so we end up here rather than going this way, seeing your body tilt back, and then you won't be in a great position to hit the ball from there. Have a go at that. The next time you're down on the range, you can hit through with the alignment pole on if you've got the shortened down version of it. It's quite good to help you with that, but I'd certainly have a go at that. It's something you can do at home just to learn the feeling of what to do, so that the next time you go to the range, you've got that difference in how the body feels, what the arms, the hands, the body are doing differently as you get more turn through impact. It's another game-changing golf tip.